Say hi, Daddy. Say hi, Daddy.
Hi, Dad.
Whose goddamn white baby is that?
This is your baby, okay? He's just light-skinned.
That one might be mine. That one right there. I'm not totally sure. Just because you name him Darren don't mean he belonged to Darren. But I don't care what this baby's name is. This baby is rice-skinned, but not light-skinned. That is a white child. That is Caucasian from the mountains of Caucasus. That is a Slavic baby, a Viking from Iceland. That's a good... That baby got 730 as a credit rating right now as an infant.
You the only one I've been with, Darren.
Just let me explain to you the math. I've been in here 16 consecutive years. You know how long consecutive is, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so it means one right after the motherfucking other. And I ain't never missed a day. So clearly you've been having some conjugal visits with some other motherfuckers other than me. That's not my baby.
What's good with it in the hood with it? Welcome back to the Collective Clips where you already know. We get it in and we slip it in, right? But before we get into all that, what I need you to do is hit that like and subscribe button. Subscribe one time for your mind. Let it be known right there on that side of the fence, man, that you support the gun, and I highly appreciate you. And turn that notification bell to all so that way you're abreast of all the dope content I'm going to be bringing all week long, because I got a whole lot for you. Now, you guys see the thumbnail, and you already know what it is, man. We're going to tell some funny stories today. We're going to tell some actual, factual, non-added preservative, real stories right here on the Collective Clips of things that have happened in my lifetime, your lifetime, everybody's lifetime. Raza, it's our time. Can we shine a little bit? So let's get, can we bling bling just a little bit? We're gonna do that, right? You are not the father. That's what the lie detector test says, or the paternity test, or the fucking semen test, or whatever test you took. You are not the father. See, there's a lot of homeboys that get incarcerated. They got an old lady, Sasuke, she's been the A1 from day one. She's that one. She's always gonna be in my life. Oh yeah, so is the child support, that's it. For all them kids that ain't yours. Now, there's a lot of guys that get locked up. And let me tell you about hard timing. When you're incarcerated and you're doing time in prison, doesn't matter what state you're in, right? When you're doing time in prison and your old lady's out there and she says she's doing time with you, she might be doing time with you, but the pussy's not, right? The pussy's doing its own time. She's doing the time, you're doing the time, it's doing its own time, right? You know, I had a homeboy. Not once, not twice, but 3 strikes, he was out, right? 3 times his lady got, I'll say 2 times, because the first time maybe is, maybe isn't. He hasn't got a test, so we don't know. 3 times she got impregnated while he was incarcerated, and he swore up and down, so let's don't give a fuck, eh? That's my kid, I'm gonna ride or die, right? Yeah, you're gonna ride with it, and you're gonna pay the child support for it. But at the end of the day, is it truly your kid? You know, when a lot of guys get incarcerated, they hard time in prison. So let's get all on the phone. I'm active, I can't let the homework see me. What happened? Do you still love me? Right? Yeah. She still loves you. She also loves fucking Herman next door, right? Let me tell you what's going on, right? There's a lot of individuals that get locked up and they go through the motions because their old lady's out there and they're in there with Pamela Henderson and her 5 friends. And that's how it's going to be, man. You have to understand that you don't lose your turn. You just lose your turn for now. And now it's someone else's turn, you know? But I swear up and down, eh? You know what I mean? She said the baby was mine. Yeah, is that right? You've been locked up for 2 years, Baboso. Hey, how'd you get her pregnant? So let's get that one. Remember that one time in visiting? Damn, you slipped it in like that? No, bro. Remember when she went to the vending machine and she bought me a squirt and some Skittles? Just a touch right there. That was enough. That's what she told me. Yeah, that's what she also told 3 guys from 3 different doors down. You know what I mean? It's like a fucking old rock song. 2 doors down or 3 doors down. That's what she said. And he sucked it up like a soca with a super straw. He believed it. There's a lot of guys that believe that these women are out there staying faithful, or that these women are out there really loving him just because she comes to visit every other weekend. But what's happening on the weekend when you're not there, or she's not there? I'm going to tell you what's happening. You guys want me to give you a scenario? Say it. I'll hold. I got you guys covered like a state blanket, itchy pero warm. Dispensa la tira, guard. We're about to get into it in a real way. She ain't staying faithful to you, man. You ain't got nothing coming, man. And another one, you ain't got nothing coming. I'm going to tell you what's really happening. What's really happening is if you're not there to fulfill her fantasies, if you're not there to comfort her when she needs comforted, she's going to wiggle like the Wiggler, Dirt Wiggler, right? And she's going to wiggle on. And it's okay, homie. When you were out there with the homeboys, going to pinchy AK-47, talking about, I don't give a fuck where you're from, Messi, and all that, and you were gangbanging, you were hyphy, and you were hype, and it was all good. You were trying to prove yourself to the next man. Now she's going to prove herself to the next man. And there's nothing you can do about it. You need to suck it up, chalk it up, and tell her to cover up his feet so he can get some cantina, because that's exactly what's going to happen. So let me tell you the story about my homeboy. 3 times, man. The first time he gets locked up, he's doing a little year, just a little year with a little cheddar, right? And his lady comes about 2 months after he's been locked up talking about, babe, I need to talk to you. Now, you all know what that means. The I need to talk to you can only mean 2 things. Either, dear Juan, you're out of here, buddy. And most of the time they'll do that through the mail, so they don't have to face your máscara. But if they say they need to talk to you at visiting, it's going to be 1 or 2 things. Either they got the SIDA, and that's fucked up, right? Or, and that means you got it, or they're pregnant, right? And his girl comes, hey, I'm pregnant. I don't know how this happened. Well, I know how it happened. You know what I mean? What had happened was, right? You, Tawanga, are giving it to the whole pachanga. That's what happened, right? You know, there was no way the homeboy could have been the father, but I don't know. The days were blowing by. So maybe, just maybe, she was pregnant and didn't know till 2 months later. We're going to give her the benefit of the doubt on the very first one, right? I don't know. That kid's a little darky for me. That kid's a little dark flesh, right? That kid looks like DMX. Came out looking straight like Earl Simmons. But at the same time, he loves his son. That's his son. I don't know why his son likes to sag and wear braids, but maybe that's just his stilo. He's from Northern California. I can't call it like an alcoholic. All I do know for sure and for facts is that the homeboy has this son that's, we call the homeboy Pitch Black, right? He's darker than him. But yeah, he loves his son, and that was the first one. The second time, the homeboy had already been down for like 3.5 years, and she came about 9 months into a sentence talking about, we're going to have a baby, we're going to have a baby. He said, who's going to have a baby? You and your old man? She goes, no, me and you. And she goes, you don't understand. Remember that one time we had a conjugal visit? He's like, no, I don't even get conjugal visits. She was like, well, then maybe that wasn't you. Anyways, she got pregnant for the second time by another man, and the homeboy chalked it up to the game. He got out and said, fuck, I love her, man. You understand, eh? You know what I mean? Did she tell you everything? Yeah, she tells me everything, eh? Everything. Yeah, see, she was real. At least she was real. She told me she got pregnant. Yeah? Did she tell you about that Africana that moved 2 doors down on the other side? Like just last week? Not yet. She hasn't come to visit me yet. I know, exactly, because she's over there visiting him daily, taking him mole, platos de mole and everything. The other's over there getting his pollito on. He's talking about, damn, I love some chicken. He's getting his on, eh? And he's also getting his on with your old lady. Let me tell you about women and doing time with their man. There's very limited few, very rare diamonds in the rough that will actually do their time with their old man and not become impregnated or not have a different boyfriend or not be doing their thing while they're in there. You can't expect your woman to stand tall and stand through it all. You know, there are some that will. And to those I commend and respect you. But to those who can't, I don't disrespect you. I don't hate you because I ain't you. All I'm going to say is at the same time, man, you can't knock a woman about her grind. You can't knock a woman doing what she has to do. She needs her nails done. That's it. And if you're not doing it, someone else is going to step up quick and do it for you. More than likely, it's going to be a la paisita from the club talking about Vivo de tres animales con un pinche chain and a hairy-ass chest, bumping Los Tucanes de Tijuana. And he's going to definitely take care of her arre way. Arre, arre, arre. He's going to do his thing. Now, the homeboy on the third strike, and it was out, he got locked up. He was just doing like a little, I think it was a 15-month bid, 16 months. It wasn't too much, little violation type shit. And his chick was like, look, I'm going to be straight up with you. I cheated on you. The homie was like, what do you mean? She goes, I'm tired of you getting locked up. You chose the homies. You chose the gang life. You chose this over me. And what you chose? She chose 9 inches of dick is what she chose, right? Again, the homeboy decided that if for no other reason, he was going to raise these children. Now you say to yourself, well, that's a good man. And I say to myself, that's a baboso. Let me tell you why. If a woman has kids prior to you engaging in any type of tactics with her and, getting with her, that's a package, do I see? You got to chalk that up to the game. You need to understand, first and foremost, that's a part of the game. That's how it goes, right? But if you meet a chick and she's steadily having kids as you're steadily being incarcerated, first term, that was the homeboy fucking Juanito. Second term, that was Esmeralda. Third term, that was Sofia. Homie, ¿sabes qué? Who are they named after? There's no one in your family named Sofia, and I know that's a fact, right? I'm telling you right now, you need to step back, and although you do love this woman, understand that that woman loves dick more than she loves you. She loves something, because see, when you're focused your time on the homeboys and kicking back out there and gangbanging and que la chingada and this and that, it's like this and like that, and you're doing whatever you're doing, she's not going to hold on like In Vogue. She's going to be like Janet Jackson, anytime, any place. Yeah, anytime, any place. More than likely that Motel 6 that you once got for her. Now, there's an Africano in there talking about, handle it. Right? And it's going down. The Black Brothers be winning, huh? Straight up. Let me tell you a story. So, when people think that their kids are theirs and they're not theirs and they get proven they're not, man, people can go crazy. I had a homeboy, okay, that had a homeboy. And my homeboy was in the Marines. And he was there around the time of, not Desert Storm or Desert Shield or whatever the fuck they called it, but after, when they killed Saddam Hussein's sons. He was involved in that. He was on the front line status of that actual event. And he had this white homeboy that he knew was from out of state. See, when you go to the Army or military, armed services, you meet a lot of different homeboys. And the military is kind of like being incarcerated. You're subservient to the government. They own you, homes, for the time being. You signed on the dotted line and sold your soul. That's it. Now you have to go defend the rights of people like me. Bling, bling. You have to serve. Hey, you have to serve and protect. That's it. So the homies are out there doing their thing. He meets this white dude who's a cool dude. And prior to this white guy going out to the Marines, he had got married. His high school sweetheart. You've all seen the movie. Fuck, right? He did all that. And I think he was coming home to a happy home. Hey, they had bought a home. He's doing his army thing, sending his cheque to her. She's living off his cheque. Meanwhile, she was with this little Filipino cat named Dexter. I'm just going to give him that name, right? She was with this little Filipino cat and she was having it her way. She couldn't even wait while her husband was defending the freedoms of this country and he was over there sacrificing and tearing people's heads off over there and taking fucking shots. He got shot. He got wounded in the shoulder, all kinds of shit. His old lady was doing the oogie boogie with the woogie boogie man, right? She was over there wiggling. So the man, this is true story. The man, he comes back from the army. He doesn't know what's happening. And, she's writing him letters and I love you and this and that. And we're going to be together for we belong together. It's a Mariah Carey song, right? And really, she's over there fucking with the Asian Vato and he's singing ding, 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 ding. He's getting his Japanese on. He's sushiing it, right? And she's over there just having it her way, tune it out, the game. And the homeboy's over there like a fucking piece of fucking albacore, just thrown out to fucking all day to marinate. So when the homeboy gets off the plane, she just straight up tells him, hey, I don't love you no more. I had kids by this guy. The whole time he thought she was pregnant, she had a kid. He wondered why the kid looked a little Asianish. He just couldn't call it. Kid came out looking like Stupid Young and a mix between Stupid Young and China Mac. You know what I mean? On 55th, because he didn't know exactly what was going on with his son, but he seen something was a little fishy. Sushi, right? And let me tell you what it was. That wasn't his kid. So when she told him, he went home that night, and because he was in the military, man, he had PTSD. He came out and he flashed and he smoked everybody. Not the child, though. He wasn't that weird, right? But he did that. Moral of the story is these women, man, you think they're going to remain faithful. You think that they're going to stand strong for you. Not all of them will. Now, the ones that do, I commend them like a motherfucker because that's a hard road. When your man's out there incarcerated and doing what he does, you have to understand if you don't want to be involved with that, then don't involve yourself with a man like that. A lot of women will talk shit later on. They'll do what they do and they'll blame the man. Well, if he was fucking paying attention to me and giving me attention and not kicking it with this homeboy, bitch, you met him at a party with this homeboys. You already know what it is. That's the same thing with the tirada that's over there cheating all over the fucking place. Oh, bro, she's gonna be faithful to me. I promise. No, you're promising the wrong one. First of all, I don't give a fuck about your promises. Second of all, she lied. That's it. Survey says, number one answer, she bullshitted you. That's just how it is. Guard, am I lying? Who cares? Let me tell you about this. These men that are locked up, man, are going through the motions. It's a very dangerous situation. It's a very vicious place where you have to keep your head on swivel. You have to pay attention at all times. And that's why anytime I was incarcerated, any type of chick or anything, I was like, distance. I don't want to be with you. It's not that I don't love you, I don't like you, or whatever the case may be. I've never been in love with only my lady now. I love her, right? But other chicks like, nah, I don't love you. I don't love them hoes, like a Snoop Dogg song. The way and the reasons behind that the big homeboy laced me up is like, hey, bro, they're going to bring you a lot of drama. If you're not focused on what's in front of you, Holmes, and the guerra that's going on in the yarda and staying prepared, the preparation is real. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. You're going to be paying attention to the sounds that you hear on the phone. Have you ever done that? Have you ever tripped yourself out? Now, I'm not going to say I'm a jealous man, but I'm a jealous man, right? Have you ever been on the phone and you start hearing shit and you tell your old lady, hey, what was that, eh? Right? She was like, what? What? You're like, what the fuck are you eating? You know what I mean? She's going to tell you she's eating Cheetos, but she was eating one big Cheeto, right? Orale Cheeto. And that's it. And so now she has the fucking super sauce all over her face, and you're over there like a sucker sauce, marinating in the sauce. I think she loves me. I was mad. She was eating Cheetos. Yeah, she was. And she was getting her Chester cheetah on. Straight up, her Chester cheetah on. Everybody cheats. You gotta know when. You gotta know how. Who said that? Escape. Now the Vato wants to escape. catch 9 more years for attempted escape. It's just a bad situation, man. You know, a lot of these men that are doing time or in the armed forces or somewhere where they have to be, where they can't get back to their familia, by the time you come back, there's going to be new additions like a Bobby Brown song, That's Not Your Familia. You're going to have a whole bunch of kids like Dashiki did, talking about, are you my daddy? You know what I mean? And guess what, If you're all in love like you say you are, you're going to be. I got a homeboy that's raising 3 children right now and doesn't know if any of them have his last name. I got a homeboy that's raising 4 kids and none of them have his last name. I got a homeboy that's raising a kid and it doesn't have her last name. I don't know what's going on in the situation. I just know that I've seen it all in this lifetime that I've lived so far. I mean, one thing I can say for sure is most of these gentlemen are not the daddies. Okay, and that doesn't mean they're fucking old ladies at tirada. That just means he lost his turn. It says she's from the streets, for the streets, by the streets, so help her God. And that's how it's going to continue to be. For those that are smart enough and understand enough of the game, you know, you have to understand that a woman that does time with you, man, is simply doing time in your own mind. She's not really doing time. She's out there moving and grooving. Same thing goes with the guy. See, the opposite. It could go opposition. You know what I mean? We could opposite it. We could change it up. You know, I had a homeboy that was doing, his lady was doing some time. He's solid as a motherfucker, right? Putting money on her books, going to visit her like a poop butt. I was like, hey, bro, where you going this weekend? Let's go fucking to the E40 concert. That motherfucker's gonna be like, should I save? I wanna be saved. He goes, yeah, speaking of that, I'm gonna go save my old lady this weekend. You know what I mean? She's expecting me. I'm gonna got a whole bunch of quarters for the vending machine and shit. Is that right? That's just how it is. But I had to respect his gangster and respect the love that he had. You know, when you truly love someone, you know, it shows, man. It makes you smile every day. You're happy. You know, nothing can tear you down. You don't see anyone else, man. You're blinded. Your blue suede blockers are on. Your shields are on, Holmes. Your Mike Jacking on back with the moonwalk on slack. You don't give a fuck about anyone or anything that's going on around you. But pay attention, Holmes. Be aware of everything going on around, because at the same time, you might love someone that doesn't love you back like you love them. Because every time you see her face, she makes you wanna sing. But every time she has a chora going crazy, right? Say, my lady, tell me what's wrong with your boyfriend. I'm gonna tell you what's wrong with the boyfriend. He's locked up because he wanted to go kick it with the homies and chill. And now she's over there with this Africano brother making him, you know what I mean, jambalaya. And now you're stuck right there. Call me a liar. The gun. It's just real. Anyways, with that being said, gente, just a little something funny I wanted to put out there. You are not the father. These prison dads that are dads from long distance, man, some of them are good men. The majority of them are good men. Hey, and I fucking respect you if you try, you know? But hey, bro, if you get out, there's knowledge you can't get in college for the youngsters right here. If you get out and the kid don't look nothing like you or her, 9 times out of 10, she boned everyone in the apartment complex. With that being said, up that you move smooth with a purpose, get everything that you want coming to you. Remember, at the end of the day, it's all about the strive, the struggle, the struggle, the strive, and me doing what I does, because I'm going to continue it, because that's all I can do, man. Thank you guys for tapping in with the collective clips. As we drop jewels, comedy, knowledge, you can't get in college, prison stories, everything up under the sun, we're going to drop right here, because I'm that one. And I'm going to hit you with the spectacular vernacular every day, because that's what Gunners Collective does, only I do it in a collective clip fashion. Bang, bang. Thumbs up or thumbs down. See, Heavy's going to be the head that wears my crown. And I'm going to wear it, right? And I'm going to keep wearing it. Because that's what I do. And anyways, with that being said, gracias again for the support. We're going to get into some major bangers this week. Make sure you guys tap in, stay tapped in, notification bell on, like and subscribing. You know, this is the gun. Gracias, gente. Bang, bang. Oh, no, she didn't.